Yo, what's going on, people? I'm still a little depressed, to be honest. Um, Tomorrow, I don't really have a lot of faith in the adult protective services. I'm gonna call like a lawyer, someone that can help me with this situation because I know you're probably thinking, just move on, mind your business. It's not your problem. There ain't much you can do about it. This goes on everywhere. This is eating my conscience every day. It's like if I work in a jail, that's why I can't become a cop, in spite of my horrible driving record. If I was a cop, well, that would disqualify me for one, my driving record, but I don't want to become no cop. But if I was, I wouldn't last very long because there would be so many things I would expose. And I mean in a big city. That's where all the corruption is. But I'm gonna take care of that tomorrow. And I might even try to get into contact with some of his relatives and just let them know what's going on if they care enough. Because his birthday is tomorrow. He turns 81. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it no more, but it's still bothering me. Um, you know, it's like you could tell. I think when I left Philadelphia, that's when my childhood ended. I was 100% on my own after I left Philly. I mean, I had nobody to turn to physically if I ran into some trouble. So my childhood ended in Philadelphia at the age of 27. Because I feel like this: when your parents are gone, that's when your childhood ends. People say your childhood ends at 18. No, your childhood ends when you no longer have any form of support or people to turn to in the matter of a second. But I'm just thinking about that, and as I was driving back to my spot, and I got a lot of goals I want to do. I'm driving back to my spot. I saw this lady. First, I saw this guy. Looked like he was thrown out of the car. Like when I was driving, it's like he was trying to like close the door really violently. And when I was driving up more, it was a lady on the driving side. I guess she threw him out the car. I guess he's walking home. I don't know. But the first thing that came to mind was Kevin Samuels when I thought about that. When she threw him out the car, it just came to mind. That's why it's the little that I do have. At least I can say it's mine. I don't ever have to ask nobody for a ride. I don't gotta ask somebody for anything relating to driving. I can get that. I can drive wherever I want. I don't gotta depend on nobody for a ride nowhere. And not just as a man, but as a person, have your own stuff. That's the one thing I learned. Never rely on anybody. Always have your own. Because the naked truth is, people don't want to really do for others like they would do for them. As in, let me say this again. I said this in one of my videos. People don't want to really go out of their way to put money, food, energy into someone that is not them. That's just how the world is. But Jacksonville, I'm actually in the process of looking for long-term work that I feel like I'm able to do for a long period of time. I'm pretty much done with restaurants because it's not my kind of environment. So I'm taking the time this week to carefully look for what it is that I want to do for a long term, because I want to initiate a savings, and by I guess like maybe February of next year, I want to get into the process of looking for apartments. I don't know if cause I've never had one myself before, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to. I'm willing to just pay like the full cost of rent for like 6 months or a year, but I want to work towards getting the savings. Because what I want to do is, so I don't break my neck, I want to work smart. I want to have it where I work maybe 2 jobs, and I'm going to go to school too. Work 2 jobs, 2 good jobs that pay good. Use that money, save it for savings, and work another 3 long months to raise money for like a apartment. And that's my goal. Because today, see in Jacksonville is I'm like an hour and a half from Daytona. Jacksonville's homelessness is Florida. Let me just say this: Florida has a high homeless population, very high. I think it's up there with the top 10 cities, the top 10 states with high homeless rates. There's always California, Oregon, Washington, state of Washington, New York, of course. Florida is up there, like in the top 10. Because you see, it was a lot of let me say, I don't look down on nobody, but you don't really enjoy something when everybody else is doing it, if that makes any sense. It's like if you are accustomed to taking a nice hot shower, at the gym after your workout, and not a lot of people do that, and you only one that do it. Like in Wisconsin, they don't have a high homeless population, but when you go to Florida, you're gonna see like everybody doing that. Everybody's gonna be taking a shower in the gym, or it was this guy in there, right? And he was an old dude, but he stood near the shower. He got like a chair. I don't know if he was gay or what, but he got like a chair and he sat down near the shower. Near the, like, let me picture it for you. Give me a little illustration. So he sat down where the chairs were. He moved the chair, he positioned the chair near the showers, and he just stood there for like 30 minutes. I'm just waiting for him to go because I'm like, I'm not getting in there until you leave. So I was just telling myself as I was waiting, he finally just left because he realized I wasn't going to go in there until he left the locker room. And then he came back and did the same thing. But I just told myself that even if I wanted to save money and not spend money on housing, I just feel like it's time now. It's not even more of like it's not even about trying to impress anybody or show off what I have. It's more of like just it's about that time. Because everything I've been doing with the whole card thing, it was fun. It was fun. We can just go travel to different cities, and I'm just like, now it's definitely time. It's just time now because I'm not leaving Florida, of course, and I don't want to waste my car's life on going to like the west side. I mean, like maybe one day I may want to go maybe to California, but not like this. But I just feel like it's the same thing. It's just like the same crap. And from what I'm hearing, California is heavily they have a heavy population with undocumented immigrants. I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible. They have a really heavy population where I don't think I would thrive somewhere like there. But when you think about it, that's sort of like their territory. Because United States, they did obtain, California, New Mexico, what else? It was California, New Mexico, Nevada, freaking a few more. I was looking at it in my history book the other day, but that That was Mexico's. That was all their territory until we took it from them. So they got it back, sort of. I mean, not officially, but